So it is officially a wedge girl summer. This wish list today is going to be heavy in the wedge recommendations, but I have a few other trends I want to get on your radar, so let's get into it. Starting off with wedges, because like I said, it's a wedge girl summer. I feel like if someone is dressing up an outfit to go to the pool or the beach, they're throwing on a wedge, and I absolutely love to see it. So these are my picks in no particular order. If I was going to buy a wedge or add one to my wardrobe, I would grab one of these. So starting off strong is going to be the Amelia Thong Wedge from Reformation. Absolutely love this red for a pop of color. I've recommended this before either in an old video or in a Substack, but I'll link my Substack down below with some of my older recommendations for wedges for the summer, but I absolutely love this one. Next is going to be two options from Jude. If you don't know Jude, then I feel like you must be new here. I've talked about this brand so much on my channel. I absolutely love so many of the shoes that they're putting out, and I really like the direction that the brand is going. It's very sleek, very minimal. So these two options here, I'm going to start with the lower wedge. I really like this. This would be great for an everyday, and then it has that different strap there on the top that's different from the thong wedge that we see a lot. This next one is going to be my favorite. I really like the higher heel, and I love the leather look on this. I feel like it would only get better with age, but this is my #1 pick from Jude, but they are both really good options. Next is going to be a pair of wedges from Christopher Esber. We've seen this brand mentioned a ton with their Joe PVC flip-flops that are everywhere in a bunch of different colorways, but for wedges, I really love these. I actually saw these recommended on quite a few Substacks, so I feel like these will go pretty fast, but this is a really good option and a great heel height for an everyday wear. Next is going to be a pair of metallic lime green wedges that I absolutely love from Jamie Holler. So this is a very fun shoe to have in your wardrobe and for summer, so if you're looking for a little pop of color, I think that these are great. I'm not sure if I mentioned it earlier, but I did write a Substack called It's a Wedge Girl Summer. I'll link it down below if you want to check it out, and there's a few different wedge options in there. But for now, I am wrapping up the wedge recommendations, and I want to get into my next trend that I think we're going to be seeing quite a bit of, and that is going to be gold. Gold pops of color have kind of been everywhere. We've seen Kendall have it on a few different outfits, and she's doing it in bags. But I have a pair of shoes from Acne Studios that I think are beautiful. I wouldn't change anything about the silhouette, and then also the heel height looks really easy to walk in, so I absolutely love these mules. And next is going to be one of the bags that we've seen Kendall wear. So this is the Cecily tote from the Row. The Row is something that you shop regularly. I feel like this would be a really fun tote to have in your wardrobe. It's definitely on the smaller size, but it reminds me a lot of the Thea tote from Burlesque. But I feel like we'll be seeing a lot of this gold tone as a pop of color. And then also when it moves into fall, I feel like we've seen kind of butter yellow, and now we're cycling through gold. When it moves into fall, we're going to be seeing a lot of mustard. So this is a good color tone to have on your radar. And before we move on to the last portion, I do want to shout out Reformation, a great website to browse right now. They've had two really good collabs back to back. They had Courtney Grow, and I absolutely love these beaded sandals that she put out. And then they also just did a collab with Umbro that I believe did really well. I will link some of their stuff down there. They had some really good jackets, and a lot of it sold out. So there is an overpriced canvas tote epidemic happening right now. I know I've definitely added fuel to the fire with some of my recommendations like this one from Kallmeyer, but I actually read about this on a Substack called Private Label, and it's by Sarah Shapiro. She has easily become my favorite Substack to read lately, so I'll link it down below if you want to check it out. But she was listing a bunch of canvas totes, and how the heck did the pricing get this high? There's a Phoebe Philo tote that she talked about that I also wanted to mention, but it is $650 for this white canvas tote. I know I would get this dirty so fast, so this wasn't even an option for me to put on a wish list. Next is going to be one that I just added to my wish list from Janessa Leone. This one has a leather trim. I really love kind of like that soft warm contrast there. It's just a really good looking bag, so this one on my wish list. I also love a hat from her that I'm going to insert in here really quick because I believe I'm going to be getting this in my wardrobe soon for summer. I would just fold it up there on the front, but I really love the color of this bucket hat by her. Last but not least is going to be this tote from Toteme. So this is the one that I've seen the most. Actually doesn't have a pocket inside. I've heard people complain about that, and it's priced higher than the Phoebe Philo tote. So I believe this one's a little under $700 and Phoebe Philo is $650. So with all of these canvas totes going around, if you're really looking for one that is tried and true, I'd really just go L.L.Bean. You can't go wrong. I have the medium with long handles that I use all the time, but I also have the small, I should grab it. I have the small canvas tote as well that I use every single day. So I always have this around my desk area, and I just put in the important bills, like things that I don't want to forget, and I have my little notepad and I'll do like budgeting and stuff, but This comes in handy, it's very inexpensive, so if you're going to buy into the canvas tote trend, I would just go tried and true L.L.Bean. Okay, so that is the end of the video. It's kind of jumbled, so I hope that all makes sense. Some new trends, pop of gold, some canvas tote epidemics, and then it's a wedge girl summer. So I hope that you guys like this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.